Hello, I'm Andy, the boss, well, only employee, person, employer, owner at Funny Little Boxes. Welcome to the website. Thank you for coming and visiting. This is just a little short introduction, just to give you a little overview as to what we do here, what I do here, what this is. So basically, I've had a side hustle collecting quite cool, slightly more unusual than perhaps your average stomp boxes over the last couple of years, and due to circumstances recently, I've kind of decided that into a full-blown business. They say that you should do what you love for your work, and with redundancy and lockdown, I kind of don't really have much choice now. So that is why Funny Little Boxes exist, because it's me working from home, doing what I love, providing you guys with really cool effects pedals, really good prices. Just to give you a little overview of kind of how I work things, what I do, why I do this. There'll be a blog post which goes into much more details over this. But the main thing is, I love playing guitar. I don't have huge amounts of money to go and buy loads of really expensive gear, and that's kind of led me down the road to sort of searching out these stomp boxes that can allow me to have loads of fun, get awesome tones, but for prices that don't break the bank. To kind of give you an indication as to what kind of started it all for me, it's this little thing, the Milkshake Chorus by Danelectro from their Food series of pedals from the late 90s. This is a very cheap pedal which I bought I think in about 2002, 2003 maybe. Is it a particularly good chorus? I don't know, probably not. However, this for a long time was the only effects pedal I owned, and then a couple of years ago, for reasons which I won't go into here, I kind of started on a mission to try and collect every single pedal in this series. I think there's about 21 if you include the tuner. I did eventually get them all. I never had it where I had all of them at one time. I have owned every single one in the series though, but I've sold them off over the years. I now only have a couple of them left. This one, because this is the first pedal I ever bought, I'll never sell it. This one, the PB&J Delay, probably the best delay pedal I've ever played. I'm sure there'll be plenty of people who sneer at that, but it's just really versatile, really cool. Digital delay, just does a great job. On any of the demo videos or demo audio tracks which you hear on this website, if you hear any delay, it's coming from this. And if you hear any reverb, it's either coming from my amp, which I'll show you in a sec, or it's coming from this, the Line 6 Verbzilla. So to go on to the setup for any videos, it'll be me playing my old Telecaster, Mexican Telecaster, bought it in about 2003. It's a Telecaster. The amp that it'll be going through is this. It's solid state. Ooh, sacrilege. It's only 25 watts. It's only got a 10-inch speaker, but somehow, you know, managed to gig with it, because, you know, there seems to be a lot of kind of snobbery and myths out there around gear, and I'm sure to some people the fact that I use that will be an immediate go elsewhere and shop, because it's not a tube amp, because it's only got a 10-inch speaker and not a 12-inch speaker. I find these kinds of things quite ridiculous. I get it, if I could afford a £2,000 tube amp I'd have one, but I can't, and there are loads of guitarists out there like me that can't. You know, I bought that Park by Marshall, I think it's from 1992. You know, I bought that off the cook at my old job for 20 quid, and it's great. I love it. It gives you a really good clean tone, gives a really cool overdrive tone. But ultimately the idea is that, you know, this would be, if you think in industry terms, this would be seen as like some kind of box of doom. This would be seen as a piece of crap. Why would anyone use that? And the fact is, there are loads of guitarists out there who can't afford ridiculous gear, you know, and they'd have something like this. And the thing is, if you're a pedal maker, if you're making effects pedals, then from my point of view, your pedal should sound good coming out of any amp, not just a really expensive all valve amp, but out of a knockoff Marshall solid state amp as well. And kind of, I really have gone down that route since I got my hands on a couple of pedals from a really well respected, renowned boutique pedal maker a couple of years ago. Was really excited to try them out and found that actually I just couldn't get anything good out of them through my amp. And I kind of thought, if you're only going to cater for that pro market, if you like, which is, you know, really only a tiny part of the guitar industry, then I don't know, I kind of feel like you're taking people's money unfairly. So anyway, that's the idea behind this, that, you know, any pedal you find here will be two things. Well, three things. Firstly, full working order. Some of them are second hand, some of them are, you know, kind of quite hard to find little gem stuff. So some of them will come in, you know, physically a bit chipped, a bit bashed up, but they will always be fully working. And if they have anything like a bit of crackle from the pots, whatever, that'll be listed in the description on the website. So I will not be selling you anything that doesn't work and where I haven't told you any faults that may exist. Secondly, they will sound good out of any amp, because if they can sound good out of my little Park amp here, then, you know, if you're plugging that into a really cool amp, then it'll probably sound really cool. Different though, because, you know, obviously these things are going to change the sound whatever gear you put them in. So good though, good. And thirdly, I can't even remember, but thirdly, they will never cost any more than £100. For me, when I've been buying stomp boxes for myself, I've set myself a rule of never spending more than £100, purely because, you know, family man, 4 kids, roof to keep over my head, you know, spending ruinous amounts on effects pedals, it's just never going to end well. So I've had that rule for myself, and I kind of pass that rule on to you. So you will never be charged more than £100 for any one single item. It may be that if I sell some pedals from a collection as a set, then obviously that'll cost a bit more, but individually those pedals will always come to less than £100, or, well, 100 or less. And that's it really. I don't have a lot else to say. Thank you for visiting. If you have any questions, please get in touch with me. It's info@funnylittleboxes.co.uk. I'll reply as soon as I can. Have fun. If there's anything you want me to be on the lookout for, drop me an email. Follow us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and spread the word. I'm just going to finish now by playing a little bit, mainly because I want to. If you don't want to hear me play, you can by all means turn off and go and browse. But I'm just gonna, you know.